payment plans for Coachella. Are you freaking kidding me? When I heard that people were literally going into debt just to go to Coachella. One ticket, $600. I was like, and that's the poor section, the poor section. How to be rich. Royal B, you want to be rich? The wisest man ever. And of course, the man who had the most wives ever. Man had 700 wives and 300 concubines. 1,000 women. I don't even know how that is possible. So this is Solomon. It's King Solomon, his castle. So he's said to be the richest man ever. Man had like $2 trillion if we were to say it in this time money. And he was the wisest. So who told you that just because you love God, you are in God, you cannot be rich? If you want to know more about that money is not evil, watch our previous video. Anyway, Solomon was the wisest and the richest man. Why? Because God asked him when he became king, my son, what would you like from me? And he said, God, I want to be wise. I want wisdom to rule your people well. And because God was so pleased with his answer, he was like, I will not just give you wisdom, you'll be the wisest man ever, but I'll also give you riches and honor beyond any king that ever lived. And so that was it for Solomon. But he was also like the most depressed person ever. How is that possible? You have 1,000 women, you have respect and honor, you are the wisest man ever, richest man ever, yet you're still so depressed. Well, let's see what he did wrong and what we can do right. Number one, put God first. Don't worship money or your wisdom that God has given you or the purpose that he has given you. Make sure God is first at all times. That's what Solomon did wrong. Once he had the wisdom, he had the money, he loved God and he knew about God and things like that. But then he started to worship his wisdom and his money. God told him not to marry from other places, right? Because they will turn his heart against him. Solomon loved foreign women. Literally, it's quoted in the Bible. He loved. And those women turned his heart away from God to worship all these other idols and things like that. So basically, his love for the woman and for the money became his master instead of God. And that's what led him astray at the end of his life. If you read the book of Ecclesiastes, you will know what I'm talking about. That man became so depressed that he didn't even know what the meaning of life was anymore. He has strayed that far from God. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and everything will be given to you. Everything else. So you make sure you seek first the kingdom. And after you finish seeking first the kingdom and God has given you everything, don't stray away from God, because that's when you break your heart into many different pieces. So, number two, work hard. So, you want to get rich, right? We all want to get rich, but how are you going to get rich? It's not just going to come out of thin air just because you pray to God about it. You actually have to work for it. And when I say work, I mean build with integrity, not only fans or fast wealth like a lot of our age mates have been doing. Don't compromise your body, your mind, your soul for money. Don't. Because in the end, it's going to bite you in the back. No matter what is happening, or no matter what season you're in, God will take care of you. Like literally, he gives, look at the birds, right? They don't work, they don't labor, but he makes sure they are eaten every single day. How much more you? Look at the flowers in the field, how beautiful they are. Yeah, he clothes them with their beauty every single day. How much more you? Like me, for instance, if you can tell by the channel, we are building the Royal Babe fashion brand. And this whole process has been so hard. And it would have been so much easier. I've had a lot of sugar daddies in my DMs. It would have been so much easier to go for, oh, I'm struggling. A lot of them were like, oh, you don't have to give me any sugar. But yeah, just companionship. I could have been like, oh, let me just go for it. Or yeah, like one of these easy ways. But in the end, what is going to happen? Losing my soul just for the little money that they give me. It's been very hard, and I've not been able to work full time after my degree. I have a degree in medical physiology because I've not been able to get any job with my degree. It's been insane for a whole year. And that's because God was leading me into a whole different lane. Who knew? Even last year, I did not even know I was going to build a fashion brand. But then God told me that I should continue building my YouTube channel. I have another YouTube channel called theangelmarfo. And that's why I kept working hard at it. 3 videos a week, and still I see no progress, actual progress, and no money from it. It's been really hard, but I've been working on it. And every little thing that God gave me my hand to do, including cleaning, I did it. Somebody who has a degree. That's because I know what God is going to do later. I stayed consistent. I avoided laziness. And that's how even now we are building a whole fashion brand Me who knows nothing about fashion, who knows nothing about fabrics, yet we are building it. And I'll tell my story of where I am right now because I am in a whole different country now, doing a whole different thing. But I'll let you know. So make sure you subscribe to see how the fashion brand is going along. So build with integrity. God hates dishonest skills. So make sure not to compromise. And when you start doing what God wants you to do, don't cheat people because it's going to bite you. Number 3, learn valuable skills. Whatever you have, steward it well. Whoever can be trusted with little can be trusted with much. So as you learn valuable skills that make you useful, especially in this day and age, learning about social media, learning about content creation, I never knew anything about that. But then I decided to actually go and learn things like that because that's what the world is coming into. Learning about AI. You see, things that you know, oh, this is going to happen. Don't be like, oh, I don't care about it. I don't want to follow the crowd. That's where the world is going. Like people back in the day when credit cards became a thing, right? Before it was cash. So if you didn't want to get a debit card or a credit card, you're like, oh no, I'm just going to stay using my cash. Those people were left behind. Those people who did not want to learn anything about the World Wide Web at that time, they'll be left behind. So actually start learning valuable skills and be faithful with those skills. Skills that will solve real problems. Look for a worldwide issue and solve it. That's how even businesses begin. The Royal Bay brand is being born to solve the modesty issue of women wanting to wear, stylish, feminine clothes. But then you see all the cleavage showing everywhere in every other feminine clothes. So that's how I come in. Women wanting to wear beautiful dresses in winter, but they cannot do it. What am I to do? Like me, for instance, I'm a feminine woman. I've wanted to wear my dresses. But then in winter, all I can do is like wear my dress, but I wear another dress on top of it and things like that, or opt for trousers. I couldn't find a solution. So what? I became the solution. And that's how the Royal Bay brand was born. A dress that you can wear in every season. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the waitlist below to be the first one to get the dress because guys, it's going to blow your mind. You see, so find little problems and solve it. That's how businesses are built. Like God has been building me up for more because I used to be very terrible in budgeting and anything to do with business because what? But God has been building me up all these seasons that I felt like nothing was happening. So continue to steward whatever God is giving you to do. Steward it well. You see someone skilled in their work, Proverbs 22:29. They will serve before kings. Okay? Number 4, stop wasting money. Me, Angel. Because I told you I used to be very bad in budgeting, right? So I would just impulse buy or just spend my money anyhow. And because I'm a very generous person, so whenever I have any money in my hand, because I don't know what to do with it, I just give away to my family, to my friends. Girl, what? That's why this season, God has been teaching me about budgeting. And a tip that you can use is use a budget planner, a book, or Monzo, Revolut. They have pockets. You can put certain amount of money in groceries, travel, savings, little. Even when you have really small, like I was getting like £100 a week, and I'll put 20 in groceries, 20 in travel, like for the week. That's how I do it. You are learning budgeting little by little. As you learn little by little, God will open up for even more. The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but the fools go theirs down. Number 5, save your money. Save. Like no matter how little you are getting, you can save something. If you're getting £100, save 10%. 10%, £10 a week. Yeah, you put it aside. And the same 10% is also your tithe, right? You also put it aside in your pot, your Monzo pot that I've been telling you about. Yeah, do that. And as you keep saving, it's going to, you may not even know it because when you save, right, hide that pot. On Monzo, you can hide certain pots, right? You hide it. And then you keep putting it in. You can even automate it. When your salary comes, it just goes straight there. At the end of the year, you will see, oh gosh, I had this much. You can also use high yield savings accounts. I don't really know much about it, but I know Moneybox has quite a good amount interest on your savings. I think 3% or something. It's not much, but at least you can do that. If you have another account from your personal account for savings, and then your money automatically goes in there, you will see you will not even be able to actually take it out, right? Like Moneybox, for instance, you can only take out once a month. So because you're not able to take it out, you're able to save more. Cash ISAs is also good for savings. Anyway, I may make a whole other video for that, but it's good for emergencies, preparing for the future. Trust me, it's going to really help you. Number 6, avoid bad debt. We have good debt, we have bad debt. But then bad debt includes things like payment plans for Coachella. Are you freaking kidding me? But when I heard that people were literally going into debt just to go to Coachella, one ticket $600. I was like, and that's the poor section, the poor section. Payment plans, using Klarna, using credit cards. For what? To go on vacations? No. To buy cars. Cars that will depreciate. The value will go down immediately you leave the parking lot. When you don't have the money, the funds at the moment. Now, debt will steal your peace, literally. Good debt, you can use it to increase your store, like for your credit score, for instance, buying a house and things like that. But I don't really want to speak on that because I don't know much about it. But then don't finance to fake a lifestyle. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm a baller. When you are in debt, using credit cards, don't even try it. Borrow wisely. If not, don't borrow at all. The borrower is a slave to the lender. Number 7, stay disciplined. It's going to be hard. I'm telling you, like I said before, avoid distractions. Stay consistent in everything that you do. Instead of being on YouTube or TikTok and watching people making money from you watching them, why don't you also make content? See, you would have an experience in your life that somebody else may not know. That's a way to start a business. Life coaching, for instance. I coach girls on how to regain their feminine energy that has been lost through trauma, because that was my life experience. Dating as a child of divorce, I have an ebook on that because I have experienced that. You may have experienced something that somebody else may not. So use that wisely and stay disciplined. Those small habits, like waking up early, sleeping early on time, and waking up on time to do what you have to do, those small habits build up success. And I'm trying to say it for myself because I've been waking up at 11 when I'm not actually going to work, and that's so bad, guys. Actually, stay disciplined. You sleep at 10, wake up by 7, get work done. The early bird gets the worm. Number 8, be generous. I know I said before that, oh, you giving money anyhow to people, but still be generous. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. When you see somebody on the street, a beggar or a homeless person, give. Like I remember I used to give like bags to homeless people, and then I'll put a Bible verse, Bible, you know, those cards with the gospel. I'll put it in the bag and then I'll give it to the person. I was using Poundland, like I'll go to Poundland, buy maybe fruit, water, put it in the bag, and then the Bible verse, and I tell them Jesus loves you. Like it's just nice things to do. You don't have to give money if you feel like, oh, maybe they are going to use it to buy crack, whatever, but you can at least give food, can't you? When you are generous, it gives blessing. And give with the right heart too, not that you want to expect something back. Give and it will be given to you. And that includes giving tithes, your tithe. Make sure you always give it. Like I said it before, that before I'll be like, oh, I don't have enough money. How can I give 10 out of my 100, 10 pounds out of my 100? Like, what am I going to do? But I never lacked when I gave to God. Make sure out of your pay slip, always give 10% or even more. But to a church, to somebody in need, like, yeah, as tithe. And God will bless you for it. Number 9, invest wisely. You don't know anything about investment. You're like, oh, Apple is good. I'm going to invest into Apple. When you don't even have the money, start investing wisely. Things like index funds. Research on it, because even me, myself, I don't really know much about investing. That's why you need to research channels. Like, I think there's a channel called Rich. I'll put it on the screen when I remember. But investing will make your money grow beyond just saving. Think long term. Long term. Even the Bible says invest in 7 ventures. Yes, in 8. Let your money be in different places. Not just, oh, I have my full-time job, that's all. No, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Read books on investing. You can start with a richer dad, poor dad. That's what got me into investing. And number 10, build wealth slowly. Slowly, guys. I know you may want, oh my gosh, I need it now, right now. I need to be rich right now. But slow wealth is the way. It's the way to do it. Avoid greed. Anything that you get with greed will go away just as fast. Don't chase quick money. Be patient and be wise in every little thing that God is giving you. A faithful person will be richly blessed. Money is a tool. So wealth will only amplify who you really are, who you already are. And that's why sometimes God takes so long to develop your character before you get that money. If you are a humble person, when you're with money, you'll be a humble person with money. But if you're a greedy person with money, you get even greedier because you can do whatever you want to do. Your business can be your ministry. like what's it called, hobby logs or something. They always give Sundays off to their workers because to go to church and things like that. And they also make sure Jesus is part of their company mission. They give to the homeless. You never know what God may be using your ministry to build the kingdom. Ambition isn't evil, but greed. And become so overzealous, overambitious to build your kingdom. Your kingdom that is going to end. That's when it becomes bad. Here, for instance, with YouTube and Royal Babe, like I said, it's been so slow. We've been building the Royal Babe for a year now. And sometimes I feel like it's so slow. Why are things happening so slow, Lord? When is it going to finish? When am I going to see something? But then when you build wealth fast, you lose it just as fast because you are not equipped for that wealth yet. That includes getting the lotto, selling your soul, and things like that. You lose everything just as fast. Look at these rappers and things like that who get into drugs and they feel like they don't deserve it because they've not built themselves up for it, and they don't know God. So like Solomon was the richest man, but later became so depressed and one of the most loneliest man ever. Let us actually build wealth the right way, not going to take 1,000 women. No. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, Royal Babe, and I'll see you in our next video.